hasn't even been Christmas yet, and we're nearly halfway through the season. And there's a lot to talk about in this video. You're all certainly welcome back to the channel. Keith here from Command the Hoops Celtic. If this is your first time viewing the channel, see that red and white button below? Press it. It would be really appreciated. We're going for 17,000. Folks, this has been a roller coaster of a season. As I said, at the start of the season it would be. It's gone pear-shaped, to be honest with you, in some avenues. But some people will say, look at this video, we're still top of the league, Keith. What are you moaning about? 8 points clear. You know, we're still in the hunt to win this title. I can respect that. And I can understand people are going to say there's a Scottish Cup to be played for. I can respect that. But there is other avenues we need to discuss as fans. Now, some fans will not care what I'm going to say. Some fans will agree with me. And it's all to opinion. I'll get roasted and I'll get praised. The usual crap. So, first of all, let's go back to the departure of the League Cup at Rugby Park. Bad day. Early part of the season. New players came in. Artificial pitch. Celtic won there in the past with Brendan. And we just didn't do it that day. And we got knocked out of the League Cup. One trophy down. You move on. A couple of weeks later, St Johnstone took points off us at Celtic Park the week before the derby. We went into the derby. We were underdogs. We won the game. No fans there. Celtic fans at Ibrox. Good result. Next, we get hammered in Rotterdam. Folks, I don't like this whole backing up the team and saying, well, we've gone toe-to-toe with these teams in the Champions League. We may have gone toe-to-toe with these teams where we got result against Atletico Madrid at Celtic Park. We were unlucky against Lazio and we got beaten by Feyenoord and then beaten by Lazio in the Stadio Olimpico. Folks, it's a results business. Wake up and shake your head and realise, oh my God, we only have 1 point. Oh my God, we only had 3 points in the last 2 Champions League group stages. Let's be honest. We have a star in that jersey for a reason. Yes, we may have won the European Cup back in the 60s. To have that European Cup brings success. And when you bring success, you build a reputation. You build your stadium up. You bring money in. You become a marketing product. And you use your tools and build a squad. And at this moment in time, we are not a Champions League team. So get out of your head to these fans that are going to go into the Champions League next season if we win the league, expecting us to qualify, get through this Swiss formation and qualify. It's beyond our reach at the moment. Beyond our reach. I think we need a miracle from the board to actually put the money into the team the right way, folks. The right way. I'm sick of fans and podcasts keep saying, oh, we need this, we need that, we need this. The point is, they're not going to put it into the team. Brendan Rodgers has been sold already by this board. Some people are saying Brendan's a fraud. Brendan knew what he was coming into. Brendan this, Brendan that. That's your opinion. That's your opinion. At the end of the day, the club have 70 million. 70 million in the bank to invest in the team. We need to trim the squad down, which he said yesterday. He's planning to get rid of players in January. Players that are not first team playing. Players that are still coming in, being a part of the squad, and they want to move on. That's understandable. That happens in football all around. Players don't get that expecting to play. They don't get that, and someone's ahead of them and they're being on better form. This is what happens in football. It's just been an absolute disaster so far in some avenues. As I said, dropping points to Motherwell last week really woke me up and like, you know what? There's some worrying indications here because we don't have enough depth in that team. Yes, Rio's out. Yes, Abada's out. Yes, Dazan's out. And we're waiting for these players to come back within the next 8 weeks or so. But there is concern. There is concern. We looked at the other night. He had some of the B team squad playing on the bench, and you say to yourself, I understand this. You can put the youth on, but it wasn't a case that the youths are performing. He's putting names in there to cover the numbers on the bench, folks. And it's quite concerning times. We have a winger that's an absolute legend for Celtic, James Forrest, and he can't cut the mustard anymore. A legend of a guy, but he's done. Mikey Johnson showed promising signs the other night, I have to say. He really did show promising signs, but still believe his Celtic career is done. Done and dusted. You know, we've James McCarthy still collecting a wage. We have Idaguchi to come back, he's probably going to be gone. You know, there's players there, you know, Bosun Rahal, not really one for the future. I'd probably move Bosun on. You know, he's on loan. Montgomery, move him on as well. You know, Rocket Vat, the situation is with him. He's meant to be gone because he's not getting a new contract. David Turnbull's contract's up in the mist at the moment as well. The club at the moment is not being run to the right stature, which it was last season. I just feel like since Peter Lowell's had to come back in the door, everything's gone very laxy-daisy. Very laxy-daisy. Approach the transfers, approach when the AGM, you know, we have a portion of fans that are not in the stadium at the moment because of fines and safety concerns, and there's such a divided opinion on social media about the Green Brigade. Some people are standing by the Green Brigade, some fans hate the Green Brigade, and that's his opinion. I understand there's a lot of you that don't like the Green Brigade. I understand there's people saying it's a library, we need them back in. We're all going to have different opinions. The most important thing is to me is seeing your comments and seeing what you are saying. And some I will back, some I will disagree, and that's okay. That's okay, but he needs a wish list. And his wish list is winning the derby game, restoring a bit of pride in the team, but winning maybe his first ever Champions League home group game. He needs to win that, first of all. He needs to get through these tricky away fixtures, the likes of Kilmarnock away. We'll be playing already in the League Cup. You know, Dundee away. That's a tough one. And St Johnstone away tomorrow as well. Also, you need to look at, he needs to sit down with players that he wants to be a part of his team long term and say, look, I've had a chat with the club, I've had a chat with your representative and your agent. This is what we're offering the table. If you don't like it, we'll find you another club and move you on. Simple as that. I haven't been impressed with your performances in training. I haven't been impressed with your performances on the pitch. I don't think it's working on. Move on. Brendan needs to be more strict and speak up for himself. I just feel like the club and the board have him on a leash. As much as he wanted to take the job and restore a bit of pride and get rid of that, that bad feeling between himself and the fans with the way he left the club, I think he needs to step up and make himself counted. If he's the gaffer and he's the boss, if he could step up the way that Ange done, the way Ange got business done. I know we've tapped into some markets so far, like the Portuguese market. We're looking at left back there in the Portuguese market, who I'll be talking about on the channel. We've looked in the Scandinavian markets, we've looked in the Asian markets, but let's get players that have a bit of experience. I've said this so many times, and I know people get aggravated. I get aggravated saying, what is experience? Experience is someone that actually has a bit of British football experience, maybe 2 or 3 years playing in the Premier League, maybe dominant in the Championship. We need players. And I know someone said to me in the comments, Keith, you're talking about Lawrence Shankland a couple of weeks ago. Is that the level we're at? That's not the level the club's at. Not as fans. That's not the mentality I'm at. It's the level that the club is probably realistic at, of buying players, because they don't want to break the bank. They don't want to beyond the Edward fee. They don't want to do that, folks. We haven't seen the ambition there yet. So that's why I mentioned the likes of Lawrence Shankland, because he has experience in the league. He has that, 20 plus goals in him. And with the Asian Cup coming up, we lose Kyogo, which Kyogo is being playing absolutely mince this season. It's not down to him as an individual. It's down to the service as well. It's down to the man management. It's down to the formation. And Kyogo, we know Kyogo is an exciting prospect to watch as a footballer. He's 28 now, folks. We've had 2 really good years with him. And it's a case where, he's on a long-term deal. We want him scoring. We want him enjoying himself. He's too deep. He's not getting enough service. And we have some cracking playmakers in the middle of that park, like Callum. Callum should be pushing more forward. We should be having a good, solid number 6 we can bring in and feel safe hands, because some fans do like Awate. Some fans don't like Awate. But we need a bit of recruitment, because the league is in our hands and we don't get it together, we will throw it away. So Brendan's wish list should be clearing about 3 or 4 players out, bringing in a goalkeeper in January, a left back in January, a striker in January, a number 6 as well, and cutting the contracts of players that are not even worth having. Not worth having. I'm just fed up with it. I just feel like this has been such a pear-shaped season. We lose games. I can respect that. It's a results business. And I don't want to feel like I'm throwing my toys out of the pram when I say to these folks, but it's worrying science as an attacking perspective at the moment at the club. It's worrying science that we can't get Kyogo to the service. I don't think he's even going to touch the 30 goal mark. I know there's a lot of football to be played, but I'm looking at it as a perspective like, well, a lot of fans are still not fully trusted at all. to start games, which I think O can do a job. You know, we haven't replaced Giakoumakis. Players come and go. And what I mean, as a physical player, yeah, O has a bit of physical, and he doesn't win as much fouls as Giakoumakis is. He's not prolific as Giakoumakis was, and I'm just worried. And I hope I'm wrong. I really do hope I'm wrong when I come to this video, and I just want Brendan to be successful, as we all do. And I just feel like the manager has been the fault as well at times, because he's stole the football, he's implemented on the team. It's not exciting to watch in the eyes, folks. We may win team 6-0 and then we draw the next week against Motherwell. Like, we need consistency. We need consistency across the board between the fans. You know, so much divide about opinion at the moment. So much divide between the fans, and we all need to be on the same board. We should be happy we're top of the league, but we're not. We're not, because players are coming off the bench like, not worth the Celtic shirt. Some fans are saying, why do you not square it? Oh, he thinks he's Aidan McGeady. Oh, thinks he's a job. You know, like, we need to get a bit class in, folks. We have money there, and I just feel like if I too laxy a daisy about this with the Asian Cup, and if we were to drop points in the Glasgow Derby, the league could be lost. You don't lose the league in December, but you need to win all the games in December to keep a bit of mentality up. Just remember that 7 league games, 4 at home, 3 away, and let's get it together, folks. So let me know in the comments, what would be your Celtic wish list? What does Brendan need? We all know he needs players. What does he actually need? Let me know in the comments. Hell yeah.